11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11 we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good evening. It is the Lions Fan Cave Chat. I am your host, Smokin' Jeremy B. I got the villain, Keegan Eckerd, with us.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Austin is wrapping up his date night with his wife, so I think that's an excusable reason to be late. Just this once, though. Damn it. But other than that, it's been really quiet for news, other than the fact we learned that TA returned to practice after his day off on Thursday, and he is not going to be playing this week. He will be playing after the bye. Is his target date?
Yeah, smart by Dan, and we are dealing with a lot of injuries right now, and at this point, might as well. We are going up against a tough Tampa team, but
Ricky.
But a loss of Tampa is not bad. If we were to shut
with the injuries that Tampa has on offense, I don't think our secondary injuries and the suspension of Branch is as bad as everybody's making it out. But here you go, Ricky. This one's for you. Yeah, he can get no shouldery with it.
Yeah, well, I was saying that it's okay. It's okay if we were to shut down some guys, because at this point, this game could go 50-50.
Because we did sign Jamie Robinson from a practice squad, so he goes straight to the active roster, at least for the first 4 weeks, if I remember how that works when you sign up with somebody's practice squad, correct?
Yep.
And with Reed, is unsure if he'll be back by Minnesota or not. It gives us somebody with some experience, even though it's only a couple of years. It's better than nothing. But we also signed Kendall Fuller, who has 8 years experience, averaging 2 interceptions per year in his career. 30 years old, so he's at the back end of his career. But I think it's a good veteran pickup for the young guys that we have left that are not big veterans that are going to be playing. Amik's been, 4 or 5 years in the league now? Amik, right? He's like 27.
Around there, yeah.
And Rock Yassin has been in the league for 5 or 6 years as well. So it's somebody with more experience.
Mm-hmm.
Because Avonte Maddox is out. We know Arnold's out. We know Reed is out. So we needed that experience. And I think Kendall Fuller will be a call-up for this week because he was signed earlier in the week and can be called up.
Yeah. And I think I saw something that Kirby is also out too.
They said that was a game-time decision, if I remember right. But that's okay.
Yeah.
He's not listed as doubtful. It's still questionable is what I saw. So we got till Monday. There's another day of practice yet. Day of practice yet. And that's what a lot of people don't forget. Tuesday wasn't a practice day because we have a Monday night game after playing Sunday night. So the first day of practice was Wednesday, Thursday. This is day 3. Tomorrow's day 4, and then a day off before the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that structure during the season, that day off before and after games. I think it's a good way to run your team.
Well, especially that day is like if you have an away game, that day is basically your travel day.
Mm-hmm. But when you're home and have a day off before a game, it's Brian Branch, we heard that Jordy Nelson denied his application for appeal. Everybody seems to think that his appeal was done. It was he's saying, no, you're not even going to appeal it. You're going to take your week off and live with
Mhm.
it. And I think it's actually good that it happened this week rather than them reviewing it, seeing all the punches and deciding, hey, let's give him 4 games because he did throw 4 punches in that flurry.
Yeah,
One,
I was about to say. Good thing they didn't, because they would have found something more and added on. That's spot on.
and I think Jordy was basically protecting him from himself.
Hmm. Well, also, I saw some posts saying that it's Jordy Nelson that's doing this, and possibly that it could lead to something more. But no, I didn't know.
No, the decision was made of what the punishment is. It's 1 game.
Yeah.
So by him doing that, it's stopping him from getting more games, is what I'm saying. Because in the appeal, if they find more evidence, they can add on. But if they don't do an appeal at all, they don't do that.
Yeah, no, I've just seen Facebook posts of saying that Jordy Nelson Jordy Nelson was kind of in charge, and that could be what was it? Could be personal between Jordy Nelson and the Lions, but I doubt it.
No, I think it's more along the lines of what I said. Basically, he's protecting him from himself.
Yeah. Yep.
But overall, I love the way that Zaire Franklin on the Daily Sports Detroit podcast said, "Here's what are you talking about? Juju's a little bitch. He does this all the time with his TikTok stuff and antics
Yes.
and talking shit." He goes, "While he's being extra, Branch is doing the Lord's work. I'm glad he whooped his ass." And I thought that was hilarious. I'm sorry. When you got a guy that's in the league right now, a veteran, saying that about another player from another team and saying Branch is doing the Lord's work, it's hilarious.
It is. Well, especially because everyone right now in the NFL, except for Chiefs fans, are basically like uh Chiefs. We don't like the Chiefs. So no matter what, if someone were to say something that Branch actually did something great, take it.
What did you think of that when I shared that link when he said all that?
I laughed. I died
Smoke,
laughing because
it's Smoking Dad. Yeah. I don't move like that anymore, so that's why you don't see my shoulders. It's just my head. That's what happens when you turn 50 and a nickel. Monday Night Football, the 20th. I'm going to go to Hamlin's Pub and sit there with Steve Bauer, one of my good
nice.
buddies that's been a fan of the show forever.
Nice. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but probably just chillaxing and watching some Lions.
Oh, yeah. I plan on watching the Lions. And we're the early game out of the two, right? We're the ones that
Yeah.
start at 7.
I think it's 8 o'clock, and then there's another game on like at 8:30.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think we're on ABC and the other one's on ESPN.
Mm-hmm. And then then on like ESPN2 there'll be a Peyton Cast or whatever it is.
Yep. I got that here. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, 7 o'clock start on ABC. 10 o'clock
Yep.
start for the other one.
Oh, 10 o'clock? Jeez, of Pete's.
So at least they did put some separation in there.
Yeah.
I still move on the dance floor if I'm high, Dad said. Man, I'm just looking forward to watching better football overall than what we saw on Sunday. And I think that
Mhm.
first illegal motion penalty just took the wind out of the offensive sails, and they never recovered.
Yeah, well, like I was saying this earlier to a buddy of mine, Sam. That was the actual the right call because Goff was kind of still in motion, and it just basically we thought we had it, and it just basically
Well, one of the other rules analysts on ESPN said today that Goff was never truly under center because he was off to the side. He wasn't directly behind. And
hmm
David Montgomery was always in position in that pistol wildcat formation. So all he did was tap the center to say, "Hey, don't hike now," and he was moving.
yeah. But that I would say that'd be the same thing because we like pre snap we see receivers moving around. Yeah, Goff can do that, but once they're ready to hike that ball, Goff has to come to a complete set.
If he
And
was
I don't
set as
think
a,
he.
but the problem is the ruling. He was supposed to be under center for that rule to count.
Oh.
Nice. Thank you, Ken the Bear fan. Oh, congratulations, Patty. Glad you're getting that done.
Congrats, Patty.
Ken the Bear fan is one of our producer types at the huddle. He does that for us, shares the shows out in various locations, helps us get more notice.
Awesome, Ken. Awesome.
Other than that, it's been an uneventful week.
Mm-hmm.
The news comes out nice and slow so we can keep up with it.
Exactly. Oh, what did you think of that Bengals Steelers game?
What I think Joe Flacco proved he's not better than Aaron Rodgers. That it wasn't him that was the problem with the Browns
Mm-hmm.
because he looked damn good out there with some actual receivers that could catch the ball
And
and an O line that almost
yeah,
blocked. I don't know where that came from for the Bengals, but it also made me question. Breaking. Lions get no calls against the Chiefs because, unlike the Chiefs, their checkers the refs bounce. But what I'm saying is, the one rules analyst says if you actually watch, he was never quite under center, which means he was not in the quarterback's position. Thus, when he went in motion, he was not as a quarterback to begin with
mm-hmm.
because he wasn't directly behind him in that spot. He was off to the side, but he paused and tapped the center to let him know he was moving. So, who knows what to believe anymore? But we do know that the refs lied at the post. He didn't know the offensive for the Cincinnati just winged it and won. Yeah, probably. Paul Jones. All the regulars popping out tonight. It's great to see everybody. Will we go back
Yes.
to we blitzed almost 100% of that game and did not do that great. We did have Aiden Hudson got a sack. I think Al Qadim Muhammad got a sack, and that was pretty much about it. I think even Jack Campbell got one, if I remember right.
I'd have to look at the stat line, but I think we had 4 or 5.
But it wasn't anything of abundance, is what I'm getting at. It was
Yeah.
so sporadic and so and that O line hadn't protected Mahomes like that all season. So maybe they're starting to gel. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
And despite one sack on Goff, he really wasn't pressured a lot all game.
Yeah. I was.
But they don't tell you that in 4 years or less, you will have to go back and have the eye that had surgery is going to start getting cloudy again, and you will have to have the lens screen. Oh, did not know that.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised Chiefs didn't try. Well, the thing with our offense is that it's 50-50. Because if you're gonna blitz on us, you're gonna stop the run. But we're gonna easily pass against you. Then it's the same thing. It's if you swap it, it's the same thing.
And Goff did his Goff things. He was accurate, very accurate to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas a few drops from people that don't normally drop. I mean, Amon-Ra, that one on fourth down, that was a killer.
Yeah.
I think he had 2 in the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So do we get back to normal? Do we get back to where we got one guy doing over 100 yards and the other guy doing 50 to 60 and all of that stuff? Is that what we're going to see this Sunday? Because that's a very stout Bucks defense, but they're also missing one of their corners, not the younger one. Zion McCullum is playing, the other one's out, but Levante David is out, and that's huge in their
Oof.
run defense.
Yeah.
And on offense, they're missing Abuka, they're missing Bucky Irving, they're missing Chris Godwin still.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Evans did not participate today for the Bucks, and his availability is in question this week. And then their left guard, their right guard, and right tackle is out. And
It's worse.
their center is questionable. So that means he might play, he might not, because we've seen questionable people know you're not playing.
Was worse on the report?
No, Wirfs is the
He's
only
the
one
one.
that's
He's the one.
healthy. He's the
Oh.
left tackle. He's good.
Okay, line up Porch against the right tackle. Get some sacks.
Yeah, and K. Dotton is there, of course. He is a really good tight end.
They have Otten, but he's too inconsistent.
He's a fantasy point monger
He
because
is.
he catches everything thrown his way. Yinder, all right, it's Robbie DeFeo. How's it going? Just ready for this game because it is the Bucks versus Lions,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if we have any Cleveland Browns fans watching out there, but yesterday we had a rock guitarist legend, Ace Frehley, pass away. Yeah, TA practiced today, but he's not playing.
Yep.
Robbie DeFeo, I hate football after last night. Yep, TA practiced today, but he told Colton Pouncey that he will not be playing this week. He's aiming for after the bye week to come back. But Ace Frehley passed away, and for Cleveland Brown fans, Larry Williams, who played a total of 5 or 6 years from '86 to 2000 or 92 or 96 to 2002. He passed away today. He was the athletic director of a college. And
Yeah.
so to that college, his family, my condolences. But Ace really is from one of the best bands I love. So here are your defensive leaders per the NFC North. Total tackles, Jack Campbell's leading the way at 56. Tremaine Edmonds has 52. Quay Walker has 50. Edrin Cooper has 44. Sack tackles for loss, 6 for Aiden Hutchinson, 4 for Rashawn Gary, 4 for Al-Qadim Muhammad, and 4 players with 4. Yes, Freely's Comet was the shit. That was a great album. Aiden
Well-
Hutchinson is leading the way in sacks with 6. Al-Qadim Muhammad has 4.5. Rashawn Gary has 4.5. And Jalen Redmond of the Vikings has 3.
Hey, finally a Viking makes it.
Steve, doctor of football thugonomics, word life. I drew an awesome picture of your Ace Freely. That's awesome. But passes defended. Keyshawn Nixon of the Packers leads the way with 9. Tariq Stevenson with 5. Brian Branch with 5. And 4 Lions players have 4. And guess who's in that 4 to have 4 passes defended this year? One Mr. Terrion Arnold.
Yep.
Total interceptions. 3 by Kirby Joseph. 3 by Kevin Byard. 2 by Tremaine Edwards. And 10 players with 1. Which TA is not one of them because both of the times he intercepted a ball this season, there was a penalty call. And not on him.
Yep.
Forced fumbles, Aiden Hutchinson is leading the way with 4. Jack Campbell is second with 2. Eric Wilson has 2. And Isaiah Rogers, cornerback for the Vikings, has 2.
So on that list is Muhammad. Like no one was expecting him to make a jump like that. We knew we needed someone on the outside of Hutch. We didn't know who. We needed someone to step up, and good thing he did.
Right, because Hassanin is still dealing with his injury. He has not been brought back to the active roster yet because of that whole medical waiver as a rookie thing rule. He gets to come back here first. So whether that's this week, the bye week, or the week after that, we don't know, but we've heard it's coming soon because he did not require surgery. But when it's getting to this long, it's leaning more towards that grade 2 than a grade 1, like they tried to lead us to believe. Because if it was grade 1, he should have been back here at week 6.
Yeah.
At the latest. So now it's looking like it's going to be closer to the bye week or after, which means it's a grade 2. It still didn't require surgery, but it required more rest than they thought.
Mm-hmm.
I like it, read into the things. If you actually read up on these type of tears with the pecs, partials or total or whatever, one that requires surgery is the grade 3. That means you're automatically out basically a season. That's what Rennis Rakerstraw had, and we've seen it last year with a couple of others. And the torn pec, I just, ow. That's all I think about it. Do you have the latest injury report from the day?
I can look. Let's go.
Because it's been weird. It's been announced at different times than usual.
Yeah. Oh, that's transactions.
Oh, let's see what Paul Jones.
All right, Friday. Kirby did not practice. Maddox didn't practice. Baki didn't practice. Arnold was limited.
Right.
Decker was limited.
Okay, that's good. With Decker doing limited 2 days in a row, it reminds me of at the beginning of the season when he was playing, but I'm listed as questionable all the time.
Yeah. Reader is limited. Cunningham's full practice.
Yes.
And so is Aleem.
So Liam's playing, boys. Oh, shit. Yeah, Ken the Bear fan. Well, heck, left band tackling too, because you might hurt a player. Yeah, I know. It's coming to that. It's coming to that because we've all talked about the different times with different teams that have played against players like Mahomes and Brady and Aaron Rodgers back in the day. How it seemed like if you didn't set them down with a blanket milk and cookies with a pillow under their head, that you got a penalty. Kirk
Hmm.
Cousins got to be that way for a while in Minnesota in certain games. So let's not pretend like it's just the elite. It's the ones that are considered very good and the franchise quarterback of the teams they played for. Why? Because the owners are protecting their money.
Yep.
I understand that don't hit them at the shoulders or above. CTE, the shoulder tears and dislocations that have hurt players in the past, they are becoming less and less for the quarterback. And I like that.
Hmm.
I know which one he's talking about. He's talking about this one. And I heard that the Guardian cap that goes over that is sponsored by Reebok. It's able to be pumped up to that big so he can keep his head safe.
Oh man, it's just fun messing with Packer fans.
But it's fun, but at the same time, it's frustrating because when they were the shit and the division was mediocre, we had to sit there and take it.
Hmm.
'Cause we were awful. We were awful. We had a few years that we were, hey, we made the playoffs, we made an appearance, and we're out. It's nice to be talked about as a possible contender, and I don't care what anybody says. And as long as you're in the top 10 of power rankings, you're considered a contender,
Yeah.
no matter how much they want to brag about this and that and the other. But that tie still may come back to bite us in the ass later
Hmm.
because we have more wins, but we're in second place. Proof in the pudding.
Yeah. Well, also the fact that the Packers tied to Dallas, that could bite them in the butt too when it comes to
It,
playoff.
no, because it counts as a half a win, is what I'm saying. It does
Oh, it
count as
does.
a half a win.
Oh.
Yes,
Okay.
it doesn't count as a loss.
Oh.
It's a half a win. It, but if we went with a point structure rather than just counting wins and losses, like the NHL does,
Hmm.
2 points for a win, 1 time for an overtime, 1 point for an overtime loss, 1 point for a tie, it would be different. But we're not there yet.
Yep.
Oh, pardon me. Hey, that was good. That's the Little Caesars Philly cheesesteak puffs coming back at me. God, they were good. I don't
They
care what
look
anybody says.
good.
They are. They are real good. I still think the original pepperoni ones are the best that they came out with.
Hmm.
So if you want to change a pace and something different, it is, and it's good. I give it a 1.5 thumbs up.
1.5 thumbs up.
But we're 30 minutes in, and it doesn't look like we're going to get Austin. Date night must be running late, and that's okay. I get it.
Hmm.
So, what's your prediction for Monday night?
I feel like this. We're gonna. I feel like our offense is gonna be as usual. The main question for us is our defense. Well, is our secondary. And since the Bucks don't really have, except for possibly Mike Evans, they don't
So
really have it.
they still have Sterling Shepard, but that Jalen McMillan they drafted is out for the season already, so he's
Mm-hmm.
not a problem. Ooh,
Yeah,
Paul Jones says 17-10 Lions.
but
I could see that.
I feel like our defense is gonna, after laying an egg against the Chiefs, our defense is gonna come out and do something huge for us. I feel like we're gonna win by 14. I think 24-10.
I think they're scoring 17 points myself. I think it's more like a 31-17 type of game. I don't see us scoring 40 in it,
Mm-hmm.
but I do see us hitting around our average, which is 31.8 points.
Yeah, but then again, like games like this, we usually expect a shootout, but then we run the ball and run the clock.
And
Like,
other than last week versus the Chiefs, we've been in the week one versus the Packers, we've been averaging 33 points a game too. So that's why I was
mm-hmm.
came up with that number.
Yeah.
And when we played the Browns, they were a number one defense, but nobody wants to admit that.
Yeah, I get that. I just feel like people that are expecting some sort of shootout or blowout, it's not going to. Lions run the ball is gonna come into effect with the clock, and who knows? It could be like uh 14 points at the end of the first half.
Well, I'm saying if we do our normal thing and we win by 2 touchdowns, like you said, that's 31-17.
Yeah. I just feel like we run the clock and do our usual stuff. Who knows?
If the Bucks win this game, talk MVP, it's already very loud because let's
Yeah.
face it, Josh Allen isn't looking like Josh Allen this year. Jalen Hurts looked nothing like last year. And Lamar Jackson,
The top two is Baker and Daniel Jones.
and I think Goff, Mahomes, and I can't remember who the other one was up there in the top 5. I think Goff was 5th. But they're missing their biggest run defender in the middle, and the guy that covers the tight ends in Levante David is why I said that he's out. I think that's a huge, huge blow to that defense. That would be like us missing Alex Anzalone and Jack Campbell in the same game, the way they play.
Yeah.
Because Levante David got hurt at the end of the game last week.
Mm-hmm. What was there?
And we're home. We're home.
Yeah.
Time to defend the den again.
Oh. That's nice.
What's that?
I was looking at Tampa's. Oh wait, no. I was looking at Tampa's injury report for today. Is Zion McCollum full practice? Benjamin Morrison full practice? And Riley Dixon, their punter, full practice.
And then a whole bunch of outs.
Yeah. Yep.
And I saw that Washington Commanders brought in Traylon Burks for a tryout this week too.
I feel like when was that? Monday or Tuesday?
That was Wednesday. They brought him in.
Wednesday. Okay.
But
Yeah, I'd say.
Look at that injury report they had Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. I was about to say if they brought him in Wednesday, if they were in big need for a receiver, they would have already signed him.
Mm-hmm.
but they're not really in a big need. So they might sign. They might, depending on how he does in his tryout, they might kick him or sign him after this week.
So the Eagles are playing Minnesota.
Oh boy!
If Minnesota wins, I'm going to be posting this all week next week because they will have earned the respect of having that posted.
And I heard that Carson Wentz is starting too.
Yep, Carson Wentz is starting. No JJ yet.
Nope.
Borderlining on injury bust.
Hey, Carson Wentz starting. Anything can happen with the Vikings.
Yeah, because you just don't know which Carson Wentz you're going to get. Are you going to get the one that played like the MVP year, or are you going to get the one that played like the year he got benched for hurt?
Yeah.
Because he's still both quarterbacks at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, that's pretty much it for the Lions Fan Cave chat. Thank you, Keegan, for coming in. And as always, we are going to be wearing the midnight black. Booyah. Motor City Muscle. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Ginger Jesus 2. They called roughing too high and too low against Jaden Daniels last week. What are we supposed to do? Hit him in the dick? Yes.
Yes.
That's legal. You could put the crown of the helmet right there. Crush that cup. Have a great night, everybody, and go Lions.
This is